I wonder if where Moon is today right now. I just recorded my entire video without an audio because it was plugged off, and then now here I'm again, recording this thing again. Interesting. Mars must have gone retrograde now, officially. So anyway, back and again with Mars in the fifth house in Libra for Gemini Ascendant people. As in what happens when Mars goes into the fifth house in Libra. And as always, if you do not know if you have this particular Mars, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's sitting in, along with all your astrological detail, check out the links here, Astrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and link to my academy, Magha Vedic Astrology Academy, where I have posted the December horoscope. And then in January, I'm going to be doing the yearly horoscope there for each ascendant as well. That'll be quite long. Let's see. So, Mars in the fifth house in Libra. So, this is actually, in a way, quite a powerful position of Mars. See, originally you want to always think the way I'm thinking. Meaning, just understand the concept. Mars is a general. Okay? And general is sitting in the house of the king. He's in the house of the original king, which is Sun. Right? So it'll feel comfortable in the palace. And it's in Libra. That means the job of a general right now is to deal with some kind of a negotiations, contracts, business dealings. Okay? Which nowadays can represent, hey, we got to buy this missile, that missile, we got to do this, we got to do that. Okay? So, in a way, it feels great, especially because it's in Libra. That's why we say that negotiation part. But also with Mars, being the 6th and 11th Lord, on the other hand, this also becomes quite a powerful Dhan Yoga. Meaning a powerful yoga for making money. But how does that money becomes active? Well, remember, there's two very powerful things in our life. Two things. Two things that will activate many things for a good amount of people, which is marriage and children. Because when you get married, what becomes active? 7th house, 7th Lord, planets in the 7th house, Venus, and your Dharakarka, planet with the lowest degree. When you have children, what can become active? 5th house, 5th Lord, planets in the 5th house, Jupiter. Okay, and if you, let's say, have a son, then Sun will also become active. You have a daughter, Venus will become active. So many planets can impact these two events. And this is why you see, like, after birth of a child, a person's life changes, whether for better or for worse. Like, even in my own close-knit friends' cases in the past, I've seen, like, literally the person wasn't making much money. The moment this person's daughter was born, everything skyrocketed, from their real estate business to their crypto, everything. Then they gave birth to a son. It even went high even more. Okay. And yet they were married at that time. Actually, no. He wasn't married. They weren't married then. They got married later on after the birth of the kids. But that's what that takes place, because 11th Lord in the 5th is a powerful Dhan Yoga, just like 2nd Lord in the 11th, 11th Lord in the 2nd. On the other hand, the other thing, because 5th house represents your intelligence. What is your intelligence? So here Mars, first of all, gives a very stubborn intelligence. Once the decision is made, that's it. One only wants to do what they want to do. But also the only thing that they get influenced by is either younger brother, male friends, or cousins. Such people can influence their intelligence that, hey, I think you should do this. Hey, believe in this because this is the thing that works. They'll believe in it, even though your mother or father were saying the same thing previously. But no, it wouldn't sink in until these people will say it. On the other hand, with Mars in the 5th house, such people raise very brilliant business-minded children. Like, because Mars is in Libra, you are a general, right? but your general authority is about how to negotiate things. So you will see these people will be put into many situations with their children where they're negotiating that, hey, if you do this, then we can do this. If you do that, I can do this. Okay. So this is how children develop their ability to see that, hey, through negotiations, things can happen. I can get my video game. I can get that. I can get this. So, and a lot of parents usually negotiate, right? Although most don't. Like, even I would negotiate with my kids. Like, okay, if you get a red star, in your classes, look, speaking of children, that children become active. So that interaction, with the children, it's all going to be developing their, sense of business. And the other thing we also see that such people will also have there will be a certain time, especially the teenage years, where children will rebel against you. They'll say you're my enemy, or you'll say you're my enemy. That's something one has to go through, especially with Mars, because Mars is a general. They're stubborn. Children, especially the firstborn child, will be stubborn. You want them to do something, they're not going to want to do it unless they want to do it. And in that case, the clash will happen. Okay? And this is where see, with Mars being in Libra, again, you'll be able to negotiate your way into balancing that age out where they want their freedom. You give them certain freedom, but then in return, they have to also reciprocate and do something. But yes, you will deal with that. Okay, where between, let's say, like maybe 14 and 21 or 20, children will just feel like you're restricting them, you're restraining them, because they'll feel your general authoritativeness. It's like a military general that is in front of them. And they didn't sign up for that boot camp. And this is why they will rebel unless somebody willfully say, okay, I want to be in the army, I want to be a Marine, and they know what they're going to be required. They know what is the environment in that area. Okay, that is something they accept. But they won't just accept. And the other thing, if you have a close-knit family, everybody lives near you, your home, maternal aunts and uncles will definitely give many gifts to your children, raise your children, make them feel like they're the grandparents. Okay? And that happens a lot. Like sometimes you're more closer to our aunts and uncles than our parents, or more closer to our senior aunts and uncles than our grandparents. Just the way the situation was developed. Also, you will treat your professional and social circles like your children. You'll always feel like, oh, okay, we're going out, I'm going to have to pay. You'll always feel like they're coming to you for help, and you will be counseling them, giving them advice, whatever it is. It's like you become this parental figure when you're around them. Or you'll treat them in that sense. Either it'll be more of an internal feeling, or they will see that externally come out. That, okay, I'm going to have to take charge and take care of them, take care of such people. And look, the dog barked. Mars rules the 6th house of pets. 6th lord in the 5th house. You will treat your pets as your children. Okay? And karmically can also show that your past life pets are now coming as your human children. So it can even give a very close-knit bond with the child. Because like most of the time, we're always taking care of our pets like they're babies throughout their life. More than even our children, who will grow up and become more, adult-like. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Mars in the 5th house. Now, there are certain connotations with this that I'm not going into, And one thing I forgot to also say, like usually women will always like to have C-sections. It's kind of like going and getting a facelift or getting your hair done. It's that common now. So they would like to always see the options of doing a C-section versus, natural birth. Like, some women are like, no, I'm only going to give natural birth. That's it. If it's emergency, then I will do C-section. Some women are like, nope, I only want C-section. I don't want to give natural birth. They're always in that dual state of negotiating with themselves. Like, let's see, should I not? Maybe if I pick the time of birth, this is what their horoscope could be, this and that. So those negotiations are always happening. And the other thing you will also see, such people, and especially in a woman's chart, their husband will be very much into speculation, will be very risk taker. They become very much risk takers. Sometimes even taking on debt for that risk. Also, such people will take on debt for their children's education or something related, connected with children. You will take on some debt. Whether it's a temporary debt, whether it's a long-term debt, you will take on that debt. Okay? So we will carry on our series tomorrow as well. And then remember, just on Karis vlogs on Magha Vedic Astrology Academy, the December horoscope is there for all the ascendants. Okay? Bye-bye.